Very good evening, everyone. So far, we have completed about the project and also we have seen about the documentation. Okay. Next, we are moving towards the completion of string formatting. Okay. String formatting we have used inside our project, and let's see how it can be implemented and how it can be used further. Okay. So basically, string formatting means changing the string. Okay. So far we have completed the project. I hope so you are clear with that. And let's see what string formatting is and what we can do with the string formatting. Okay. It's a simple topic. Don't worry about it. It will be easy for you once you understand the topic. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. What is string formatting? So strings are immutable data type. I hope so everyone knows about it. Okay. Immutable means it cannot be changed. Say like an example. I have a string. Okay. So before that I have a question. What does mean by string? So let's have a question session before getting into what does meant by string. Kindly share your answers please. I'll give you 2 minutes time. What does meant by string? Tell me. I just want to check you. And give an example. What is mean by string? And give an example. Come on, try to answer everyone. Come on, I'm getting very less response. I'll give you 1 more minute time. Kindly make it faster. I'll give you one more time. I mean 1 more minute, right? I'll give you 1 more minute. Kindly make it faster. Okay. Yeah, I get mixed answers. The very first answer is data type which contains characters. Uh, College or characters, symbols 0 to 9, combination of alphanumeric characters. Yes, that is exact correct answer. Combination of characters. Okay, the characters here, I mean, it is not a number, it is not a letter, it is not a special character. Everything. Okay, everything under triple quotation or double quotation or single quotation is called a string. Yeah, most of you have given the correct answer. The string is used to handle the textual data. That is also a very fine answer. Okay, so let's move on. So here we have a string. Okay, if you don't know the answer, it is very fine. Try to know it now. Okay, so the very first thing here is a string. So string is something like a name. Okay, name or address or something. Okay, let us create a simple string. Okay, you have 5 oranges. Okay, this is like a sentence. Okay, listen carefully. String formatting is an important point where you're going to implement your project in your application level. Say like an example, I have a sentence. You have 5 oranges. Okay, very simple one. Now if I want to change this 5, okay, let me print it, you will understand now. First know the situation. Okay, you have 5 oranges. This is a string. To check the data type, we use the type. Example, that is a string. So we have a string and we have 5 oranges. Even you can have alphanumerical characters. Okay, now what is our task? I have a string of 4 words. That is, you have 5 oranges. Now if you want to make it user friendly, user friendly means it depends on user's convenience. User's convenience in the sense the program is same, but it works differently for each user. Okay, now let me change the sentence. Okay, so now what I want to change here is I want to work with user's choice. Okay, say like an example, I'm getting the count is equal to string of input, enter the count. Okay, now what we have learned earlier, we know how to do with the string concatenation and how to do with the string concatenation and some basic string operations. So now what I do, I alter the sentence. Okay, I alter the sentence. So this is your first program. So what we know already, strings are immutable. Okay, strings are immutable. Now, what I try to do, let's consider this example. You have 5 oranges. Okay, or you are oh, okay. So you are like 10 years old, 11 years old. I want to get that output. So what I do, I just break the sentence. Example, part 1, I have you are. Listen carefully. I have part 1. I divide the sentence. Why I divide the sentence? Because what I expect here is you are 10 years old as output. Okay, I'm expecting you are 10 years old as an output. So I cannot get it directly. So what I do, I divide the sentence. How do I divide? That is part 1. I divide the part 1. And what is next? I should add the count. Okay, after adding the count, I should get the second part. What is the second part? That is years old. Do you understand? I divide the sentence. Where I divide before the count and I divide the sentence after the count. Why do I divide the sentence? Because strings are immutable. I hope so you remember what is immutable. Do you remember what is immutable? Can you say yes or no? Do you remember what is immutable? Do you remember what is immutable? Not changeable. Okay, unchangeable. Okay, perfect. So what is the problem here? I cannot change the part of a string. Say like an example. I have a sentence. You are 10 years old. So now what I want to change? I want to change only these two characters. Okay, but that is not possible inside the string. Okay, let me give an example. Print part 1. Okay, what is part 1? Oh, sorry, it's entering here. Okay, what is part 1? You are. Okay, what is the first character of this? That is Y. Okay, now when I try to change this, part 1 of 0 is equal to example H. Just for example, what it says, string object does not support item assignment. So it is not possible to change the string. Okay, that is why we are going for string formatting. Know the reason. Okay, everything has a reason for a application. So here we have the reason. Strings are immutable. Just because of immutability, we cannot change directly. So the reason we are going for string formatting. Okay, so to go for the first step, okay, this is the step 1. I'll show you different steps. Okay, so then you understand which is easy for you. I teach you every step, then you decide which is easy for you. So the step 1 is concatenation. So concatenation is the very first step. Okay, so what I do, I get string of input, enter the count. Okay, now after entering the count, where should I keep? I should keep in between the you are and years old. So how do I get it? Print p1 plus count plus p2. I hope so. This is very easy to understand. Very simple. I divide this sentence, this as part 1, this as part 2. So what is in the middle? The count whichever I'm going to enter. Now let us run the code. What is your count? Our age, right? So you can go for age. For better understanding, I'm changing the program. Okay, enter the age. Example, I'm getting 66. So what is the out? Okay, here I'm giving count. So I'm giving age of 66. See, what is the output? You are 66 years old. But what is the problem here? What do you see here? It is not in the proper format. What is the expected format? There is a space before the number. There is a space after the number. Okay, what we do? We add manually. Maybe if you want to add here, you can add here. That is after this and before this. Now, do you understand? If you want to add like this, you can add like this. Otherwise, you can add here directly. Okay, if you run, see, same answer. This is the first way of string formatting. Do you understand? Step 1 is simple, using concatenation. What is concatenation? Whichever the sentence you want as an output, okay, you divide this into the parts. Okay, now I divide into 3 parts. That is before the number part 1, after the number part 2. Okay, then what I do? I use concatenation operator to make it better. If you feel this is very what is it, very lengthy, it's not good, then you can change into this method. Okay, two methods are there. This is option A, and this is option B. So both will give the same output. Example, enter the age 55. You see here, both gives the same output. Do you understand? Okay, perfect. Okay, what is next? So this is the first format. Okay, step 1 and the first method. Okay, let's go for the second method. So second method, okay, this is actually called a string formatting. The previous one, what we have seen, is not a string formatting. It is like applying our concepts what we have known already. Okay, so string format means we can do it directly. Say like an example, here we are not going to divide anything. We have only one sentence. So this is a sentence. Okay, so now you know very well. What do you know very well? You want to get this number in between here. So what we do, we use percentage yes. Percentage yes. Okay. After percentage yes, what do you want to replace? You will write after this example percentage age. Do you understand? So what this will do? Might be you don't understand so far. What this will do? I'll explain to you. What this will do, please listen carefully. What is percentage yes? We don't know. What is percentage age? Yeah, we know something, some number. Example 67. Now what happened? This 67 will be going inside and it will replace. So what is written after percentage will go over here. So now if you write 67 here, this number will go here. So now what is the output? You are 67 years old. Okay, let's see programmable output. When you're comparing the previous one, this is easy. Now I'll give the age. Okay, that is 35. You see here, the output is super fast. So whatever you give here will come back here. Now, if you want to have one more parameter, okay, let me add one more parameter for your better understanding. Okay, percentage age comma height. Now let's write age is now 10 years old and the sorry, I should change as height. See here, if you have more than one factors to be replaced, you can write like this. You are 10 years old and 2.33 tall. Oh, sorry. 2.33 feet tall. So this is the first generation of string formatting. So what is string formatting? String formatting means we change strings indirectly with help of some special operation. This special operation can be carried out to make the program easy to understand and to make less complex. So here this is the first generation of string formatting. In this method we will use percentage. Percentage yes means that is string. If you want to use the numbers, we can use like this. Float, here percentage f. Okay, this is per float. Okay, so float means that will change into the float automatically. Okay, if you want to go for decimal numbers, you can go with the D. Okay, so then you can go for integer directly. Now once again, see, that works like this. Okay, this is how it works, string formatting for second, I mean technically this is first generation. Okay, this is a generation 1 method. We have one more method. Okay, we have one more method. What it is? So this is generation 1 string formatting. Now we are going for generation 2 string formatting. Okay, generation 2 string formatting. What we do here? We do exactly same, but we make a little bit change. like instead of this percentage, we go with the format. Okay, format. So what it does, we use curly braces. We use curly braces. So what this does, this is also super simple. What this does same way. What is here in first? Age. So age will go to the first empty curly brace. What is next? Height. Height will go to the next curly brace. That's all. Okay. Now let's run the program and see the output. Age 12, height. See here, age is 12, height is 3.55, and we use this format. Now, if you want to interchange the position, like you should get height first and age second, you can also do like this, 1 and 0. So now when I run, example age is 11, height is 22. Can you see here? Just because of the number, I changed it entirely. So age is considered as the first one, that is 0, and height is considered as the second one, that is 1. So if you interchange the number, if you wish, then it will change opposite side. Example here, 22 is given second. Okay, what you see here, 22 is given second. But what happened? Because of the number, this is displayed first, second one is displayed first, and the first one is displayed second, just because of the number we gave. Okay, have you understood? This is second generation string formatting. Now let's go to the final one. The last one. Okay, the final one and the last one. This is the third generation string formatting, which is currently used by all the developers and programmers. Here we don't use directly like a format. Actually, this is what the latest and the recent one. Here we use something with a different way. We don't use this format. Okay, listen carefully. We don't use anything. This is second generation. I'll do it in a Chris. What we do not use this dot format. Okay, we take it out. That's the first advancement. That is reduction of the code. Second, then how do you know where comes exactly? Then you will use variable name directly, age and height. But if you do like this, it is a string, right? If you do like this, it is a string. Now if you print a sentence, it won't get the numbers inside. You see here, this gives age and height directly, but it is to be formatted. How is it to be formatted? With the help of F. That's all. So now you can see the color change. Can you see the color change? Previously this is in different color. After including the format, it changed to white color. What is white color? That is age. This is to be done. In previous one we have used a dot format age comma height, but here we use F. F means format, short form. Inside the curly brace, whatever the variable you want to replace, we directly do it. Now I run and see the output, that is enter your age, that is 23, enter your height, that is 5.11. So now you can see you are 23 years old and 5.11 feet tall. So this is the recent advanced string formatting methodology that is available in Python. Have you understood the string formatting? We have seen actually 4 methods. The first one is technically not even a method, it is concatenation. This is just for your reference. And second, this is the first generation string formatting, and the second one, this is second generation string formatting, and the last one, the latest advanced string generation or string formatting methodology. If you want to give a summary, I'll add 4 together to make you understand better. So string formatting summary, I'll add it up and wrap it up. So first, you can have it anything. It doesn't mean that you have to use only name, age. It's not like that. You can use anything. Like example, instead I use name here. So first I enter my name and then I enter my age. Okay, so what is the final sentence? In final version, hi, I want to get my name here and you are dash years old. Okay, this is the latest one, that is third generation string formatting. So the previous generation is sentence 2. So what we do, we go directly hi and then we specify the curly brace and then we use dot format and then we pass the parameters, like first one should go name, the second one should go age. This is the second generation string formatting methodology. The first one is like very old one. We go with the percentage yes for name, percentage d for decimal value, and we should also give percentage. This percentage is used to pass the values inside the strings. So this is generation 1 for sentence 1, and this is generation 2 for sentence 2, and this is generation 3 for sentence 3. Now I execute, I enter my name and the age. So now you see here all the strings are formatted and it gave the output so quickly, and you can understand that strings cannot be changed directly, but you can change indirectly. So these are the 3 methods available in Python to make your strings understandable and more readable. If you see in string formatting in Python, that is Python documentation, the same thing will be explained. So this is what the latest and recent one in Python 3.11, the advanced version. This is what we use. Second generation we use like this. So if you are clear with this concept and if you can understand this concept, most of the chatbots currently we are using, all the chatbots will be using in this methodology. So you can have a glance of this and you can try it out and try to implement in your hand cricket game. Okay, so here if you are doing, see, I'm just changing like hi and your name and you are dash years old. Suppose if you change your name, obviously every time it will be asking the name and age. So it works based on that. You may ask a question. You may ask a question. Why we need or why we have 3 different generations of string formatting? Obviously, there is only one reason. This is the very first one, which is like older methodology, and this is the advanced one from this. Advanced here, I mean, in terms of efficient execution time. So when you compare this one, this works faster in milliseconds, quicker. Okay, technically. The last one is super quick. Like the first sentence is prepared with the help of like 800 milliseconds. Okay, less than a second. Okay, just a number example. Okay, it's not a final one, it's an example. The second one will not be like 800 millisecond. This works like even quicker than the previous one, around 600 milliseconds. And the recent one, what we are using now, will work in 400 milliseconds. Milliseconds in the sense like 1 divided by 800. 1 second divided by 800 parts. That works that much quicker in this string formatting. When we are doing like a small program, it doesn't make a big difference. Suppose when you're doing a big project like 200, 300, 1000 lines, then it makes a big difference. Just assume if it is even a 1 by 4 seconds into 3000 times, then it makes really a big difference. So this is only implemented in the efficient and big projects. Even though as you are going to apply for a job in internship, you must know about the basics of everything. Okay, so this is the string formatting methodology. I hope so you have understood. Please try to apply this with your projects if you have not prepared. If you have prepared the documentation, even though it is very fine, try to improvise your code and use it further. Okay, so if you want to learn more about it, I'll share the link. Okay, this is official Python documentation. May it looks quite advanced, but even though you can learn more about it. Okay, so thank you so much for joining participants and start preparing yourselves. Tomorrow we'll discuss the answers of the question from your assessment. I guess you have completed the assessment. I hope so you have done very well. Let's discuss about the answers tomorrow. Okay. And once we discuss the answers, we start moving towards our next chapter, that is dictionaries, Python dictionaries. Thank you, participants. Thank you so much for joining. Have a nice time with you all. You may leave now. Have a nice day to you all. Yeah, thank you, participants. Good night, all.